Hello everyone and welcome to another video. It's your girl, Scarlet, and I am back for the final card of tomorrow's Catch 22. And that is of course our beloved Rafayel, who is actually celebrating a birthday today. So I finally got around to recording this card. I have to admit, the past few weeks has been pretty hectic. It was hard for me to keep up a recording schedule, but yeah, so I apologize if any of you waited really long for this card. I have to apologize to myself because I have waited very long for this card. Anyway, today's card is called Extreme Dose, and I'm very excited, so let's just get right into it. Oh gosh, I just got here. It's so intense already. This always seems to be the case for these cards. Alright. Spoilers. Ever since becoming Rafayel's supervisor, my life as an enforcer has only gotten more complicated. Oh, okay, wow, I am seeing things. What was that? Okay. Alright, let me just pretend I saw nothing. A streetlight on a corner watches the few pedestrians walk along a desolate road. Moths dance around its light. Night descends. Hidden dangers stir, ready to emerge from the shadows. The abandoned buildings tucked away in the southern district have long since become lairs for the predators. I see, that's a...
今天果然没白蹲，这还是位稽查官呐！
what is she?
上面的人来一个解决一个，杀了丢去喂狗。
Wow. Wow. Wow, these predators. It's kind of funny because, you know, the side predators tend to scare me a lot more than the SSS class predator. But then to be fair, we know perfectly well that they would never hurt MC.
他们看我们是怪物，想要把我们赶尽杀绝。那我们就让这里变成怪物说了算的城市。
So far in all the cards, I can see why there's a lot of anger amongst the predators, because in the end, they're still human, but they are being treated like monsters. So I understand the anger, but they're not really helping their case with all the, I'll feed them to the dogs kind of thing, right? Oh, someone's gotten their ass beat up. A dull ache spreads from my forehead to my limbs. Blood blurs my... Huh? I can't even muster the strength to get up. MC, what? Are you okay? I was in the southern district to gather information, but it looks like I'll die at the hands of these two predators instead. I mean, I knew they... Okay.
是不是忘了规矩?
Oh. I guess I know who this is. A cold voice breaks the silence.
你是？
趁我还不打算动手前，滚吧。
Ooh. And there he is. Okay, I'm sorry, but the little nipple window over here. I'm sorry, I can't take it seriously. I love you, baby boy, but do you want to cover up? It's kind of chilly outside. It's so distracting. Damn, okay. You know what? I'd rather they just have it out in the open than accentuated like this. The figure walks into the light. He's approaching me. That voice and tone are unmistakably familiar. No, I'm sorry, but he's still a cutie patootie in my eyes. I can't. I frantically try to wipe away the blood blurring my vision. I look up at the newcomer in disbelief. Ruff?
一位稽查官还敢到这种地方来，你的胆子真大。
Oh, okay. A pool of blood stains his shoes. He bends down and picks up an ID card from it. What?
凌空市特殊稽查局，行动一科特别稽查官。长官，我听说你在找一名叫做 Tamino 的猎食者。
Tamino, the way he said it is kind of cute.
他罪行累累，无恶不作，是你们内部悬赏令上的常客。
It's kind of interesting that he's saying that about himself. He almost sounded kind of proud. He moves closer and kneels down. Suddenly, that familiar face appears before me once again.
世界上最好的监管者，这一次是又打算把我抓起来陪你玩什么游戏吗？
He's so playful. Recently, the crime rate among Lincoln's predators has risen to 70%. Okay, oh, damn, I'm moving out. What the hell? Holy shit! These individuals who who have gone under a mutation blended in with the general population and possess strength far beyond the average human. Their tendencies for extreme violence turned the city into a playground for their destructive revelry. To address the growing unrest, the authorities invested heavily in a combat program against the Predators, IEDS. The special initiative aimed to produce robots that could deal with the Predators. The Predators who were apprehended served as ideal test subjects for it. Oh, wow, okay. But then we are LCBI. As the weekly morning meeting ended, I stretched my aching back and made my way to the conference room's door. To the conference room's door. That's me, by the way. Stretching my aching back. Suddenly, someone called me over.
你先留一下。
Winona, that's new. Here comes the troublesome assignment. Winona was the secretary of the operations sector manager. She handled almost all of the assignments and arrangements, big and small, within the LCBI.
今天特地把你留下来，是有一项重要的任务要和你商量。
Of course. That means we're capable, right? Like, I want it established. MC is a capable enforcer. I nodded and pulled out a chair to sit down again. Winona turned and gestured to the holographic display she brought up.
刚才的晨会上，你应该也已经听说了吧？
Okay.
鉴于本市的猎食者犯罪率连年上升，当局也不得不采取更激进的应对措施。
Oh dear, okay.
IEDS 计划已正式启动，我们也会从被羁押的猎食者中挑选一位合适的测试对象。
Oh, okay. And did it mention, I didn't pay attention, but did it say past? Is this in the past? Or this is after? I don't know, that sounds so dubious, but I understand, yeah, predators are dangerous, but using them as test subjects, jeez.
而这位猎食者，当然也需要一名合适的监管者。
Okay, yeah, this is in the past. Winona's words carried a hidden meaning and my heart sank. A chance encounter during my childhood revealed that I was immune to the predator virus. Maybe there was a special antibody in my blood, but for my own safety, I never shared the secret with anyone. Okay, good. Assuming they hadn't found out about it, why would they ask for me?
你当初应征的简历上写着个性友善，擅长沟通。
Interesting. They consider them monsters, and yet for this particular project, you need someone friendly and with good communication skills. Noticing my wariness and confusion, Winona patted me on the shoulder.
最关键的一点，你出生于猎食者聚集的下城区，对他们的习性十分熟悉。
Okay, but aren't all enforcers supposed to be familiar?
所以，局里打算将这项十分重要的任务交给你。
I feel like they just want to hand it to her. Do I have the right to refuse? Ah, that's right.
没有，但我们会为你购买理赔额度最高的医疗保险。
Oh no. What's the point of great health insurance when you're dead? But anyway, MC asking the important questions. Noticing my slight relief, she gave me a kind smile and continued speaking.
情况其实没你想象的那么糟糕，还是先看看这份资料吧。
Then why don't you do it? Gosh. I take, of course, all I do is take. Name, Rafayel. Oh. Age 24. Birthplace, Verona. Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. Occupation, opera singer, former. Background, a famous opera singer from Verona, a town renowned for the arts, the leading actor in Siren's song. 2 years ago, he was accidentally injured during an attack and became a predator. He suffers from memory loss. What? This is new? Personality independent and reclusive, avoids communicating with others, shows no apparent aggression toward non-predators, does not socialize with other predators, prefers to be alone. Wow, this is screaming Rafayel without a mask on. But memory loss, interesting. Threat level, of course, SSS class. Huh, okay, memory loss. I wonder if it's fake. As the elevator doors opened, Winona and I entered the LCBI's command center, which was located on the B1 floor. So my job is to monitor this predator who goes by the name Rafayel?
没错，和其他 SSS 级猎食者一样，他拥有着远超普通人的力量。
I'm sorry. I don't hear any music, do you? One second. I think I'm gonna have to get out and then I'll come back. I just want to fix something. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I can see it did nothing. I guess in this section it just doesn't have music. It's just I feel a bit conscious that all I can hear is my voice, and I hate the sound of my voice, but it's kind of weird. But anyway.
虽然丧失了大部分记忆，缺乏人类情感，但仍保留着极高的自我意识。官方出具了他的狂化指数评估结果，非常低。
Okay.
只要不出意外，不会对你的安全产生威胁。
By low, it means the chances or the frequency of his frenzied state is just not as high, right? That's what she means. Not like when he's in a frenzy, his threat level is low, which is impossible. He is a SSS class predator. So that means he just doesn't go into a frenzy as often. What if he does? As if anticipating my question, she handed me another document.
当然，还有第二层保险。
Like what?
这些猎食者体内植入了用于控制和安抚的启动器，和你的控制装置直接绑定。
Why do I feel like I should have read this card first?
换而言之，一旦他陷入狂化状态，只有你可以安抚他。
Oh, interesting. So not anyone can locate those activators, because I'm sure she's talking about an activator because it's pacifying him. Interesting. So either only enforcers or I guess MC with the technology, or do all enforcers have this technology? Your equipment. I guess specified equipment? And by equipment, they probably mean her hands. I knew what happened when a predator went into a frenzy. When a predator displays animalistic predatory behavior, they attacked anyone they perceived as prey until their target was dead. Either you become a predator too, or you died. As the gravity of the situation set off alarms in my head, Winona opened her mouth.
不过我还是要提醒你一句，经验再丰富的驯兽师都有被野兽咬死的风险。
Is this something you should be telling her now when you're going to meet him? Wow.
接下来的日子，祝你好运。
Okay, yeah, because that'll make it. What happened? Oh, thank God! I thought that was Rafayel. I was like, bitch! I thought you said the threat level was low. As I stepped into the testing arena for the combat simulation, panic cries rang out. Oh shit!
不好了，那个猎食者他越狱了。
Okay.
他的监管者呢？快去找啊！现在应该还跑不远。
Oh, maybe only their supervisors can pacify them.
你看，你的第一个任务来了。
They say that with such... Okay. Huh? Amidst the chaos, she solemnly placed her hands on my shoulders. Wow.
局里的未来就靠你了。
God damn. This feels like one of your supervisors just leaving all the shit to you. And she goes, during the evening rush hour, the congested roads erupted with screams in every direction. An office worker was attacked by a frenzied predator in public. Enforcers quickly arrived on the scene and shot both individuals. They died. What? They shot the office worker and the frenzied predator? Oh my gosh! The two bodies were loaded into a salvaged vehicle, which quickly drove away. Only dust was left in its wake. Why is it so morbid in this card? The onlookers dispersed without a second glance. They were unfazed by the incident. And the intersection swiftly returned to its usual hustle and bustle as if nothing happened. Wow. Attacks like this occurred in the city every day. That's sad. I'm so close to the target. Well, I haven't seen anyone yet. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Oh, there he is. I let out a sigh as I followed the blinking red dot on my tracker into a narrow alleyway, searching for the predator I'd yet to meet. In the dim light, I saw him standing before an old vending machine, seemingly staring at the items inside. I guess he was thirsty. It's him! The Predator's hearing was good. Too good, in fact. Well, with an exclamation mark like that. Before I could even get close, he whipped his head around to face me.
带钱了吗？
Eh? Huh? I couldn't let my guard down. I reached for the reinforced handcuffs attached to my waist, but my hand grabbed nothing. MC! Rookie mistake! He raised his hand and waved the handcuffs. He swiped. Never mind! He swiped right under my nose, his expression a mix of surprise.
眼中会转，原来是个哑巴。稽查局的真人标准放这么宽了吗？
Oh my god. Why is it I can already hear his voice in Japanese? Oh god.
没钱就算了。
Wow. Why do I feel like he's calling me broke? Son of a bitch. As he turned to leave, I lunged forward and grabbed the chain around his neck. Stop right there. What flavor do you want? Oh, okay. MC has an ego. She has pride.
哈密瓜。
These two are so goofy! No matter what AU! The item slid out of the vending machine and I handed Rafayel the honeydew-flavored yogurt drink. Finally, I had a chance to observe the Predator standing before me. The fate of the city didn't rest in my hands. But letting a dangerous predator like him run around would definitely destroy my already limited career prospects.
你要是打算回家的话，最好绕别条路。
Why? Huh? Raphael tore the straw's packaging with his teeth, and his gaze drifted to the pitch-black end of the alley.
闻到了吗？
Huh? Smell what?
血的味道。凌云北路上的一辆捐血车发生了连环追撞事故，距离这里只有2个路口。
Oh. Ah. Okay, yeah, so they never mentioned this, but I guess the smell of blood does rile up predators, huh? He spoke cheerfully, but there was a playful look in his eyes.
白天压抑着本能隐藏在人群中的猎食者，夜晚才是他们觅食的时刻。
Okay.
你才闻到这些血，那些猎食者是不是饿翻了？
Oh, wow, okay, okay. As if on cue, the unmistakable sound of flesh being torn apart resounded behind a mountain of garbage?
啊，好像来不及了。
Run! A nauseating stench permeated the air as shadowy figures emerged from the abandoned buildings. They converged onto the street. The group grew in number. They entered the narrow alley like a swarm of ants. Oh shit. Raphael flicked his wrist and tossed the yogurt container into a nearby trash can. He better finish that. MC's precious money. And then politely waved goodbye.
再见了，移动的 buffet。
What did he call us? The audacity! What? Wait, 1 second. I cannot. The severity of the situation, I understand. The music is making it painfully clear, but Raphael's attitude is just sending me right now. Walking buffet! In the blink of an eye, he appeared on the roof of a nearby building. Smelling the scent of a living creature, the lower-class predators moved faster. They were heading toward my position. I gritted my teeth as I held the gun in my hand. 6 bullets won't be enough for me to fight my way out when they were this many predators. It's funny the way he, like, glances back. It's like he's waiting for her to call him. See? If I wanted to make it out alive, I needed that combat-ready predator to help me. 5 yogurt drinks! Any flavor you want! In the dim glow of the street light, his ears twitched ever so slightly. Then he turned to me.
你是想收买我吗？
Yes. He appeared on a car roof and leaned down. Smirking, he held out his hand.
50瓶。
10. Raphael, please.
30瓶。
20.
都死到临头了，还想要讨价还价？
You're bargaining back? Think about it. If I die here, you won't find another enforcer who's willing to meet your demands. Oh. What? Huh? My gun clicked. I ran out of bullets. A predator took this chance to lunge at me, but they were kicked away. Whoa! Raphael placed himself between me and the looming threats. Thud, he slammed the trash can against the predator's head.
20瓶，外加每天额外自由外出时间。
What? Deal.
我去，老子好歹也是个 S 级，
Whoa.
你们到底有没有把老子放在眼里？
I don't think so. Go, Raphael! Oh. As soon as the words left my mouth, flames rained down. Carried by the night wind, they devoured the predator's horde. Ooh. Dark figures crumpled as towering flames engulfed them. The air was filled with a never-ending chorus of screams.
哪里来的怪物？
Oh, I realize we've never actually heard a female predator so far. I like how they just suddenly decided to add one in there. The screaming and waves of approaching predators disappeared as they were consumed by the crackling flames. I raised my head, and unsettling quietness fell over the street. It was as if everything was business as usual. The only sound I heard was the soft clink of swinging shackles. He stopped in front of me and purposefully reached for the badge hanging on my chest. Why?
临空市稽查局行动一科，特别稽查官。
Okay, you could have just asked.
该履行你的承诺了。
It's like he was willing to go back to jail. Literally, so you're telling me he only broke out to buy something to drink? That's it? Because he wanted access to a vending machine and then now he's gonna go back? What is his deal?
"不对，我的监管者。
Oh my gosh. That is cute. Okay, so obviously he knows her. That's the only reason why he's willing to go back. Raphael was shrouded in mystery. If he could escape at any time, then why did he choose to stay at the LCBI? And why did he obediently follow me back the other day? Winona was curious about this. In her words, the conflict between ordinary people and the predators will inevitably escalate. Before effective weapons or a cure for the predator virus can be developed, my conciliatory approach might be successful. Conciliatory, I don't know what that means. Yeah. And as the only enforcer who survived living with a predator for 30 days, I became a valuable research subject. After a month of coexistence, I thought I found a way to balance the power dynamic in our relationship. The most important element was money. 1 month later. Oh, okay. See, these are so tiny. I
带了吗？
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wait 1 second. 哪里啊？
带了吗？
He's so cute. Raphael's eager gaze landed on the shopping bag in my hand. They ran out of the honeydew ones, so I got coconut instead. Do you want to try it? His expression faltered, but he still took the straw and poked it into each yogurt drink in succession like before. I can't tell if he's hard to please or easy to please. It's because it's you, NC. In the testing arena, the second weapon trial concluded earlier than expected. They were testing him? They were testing him. They were testing the weapon on him. Oh, I would hate that. The battle barely lasted 10 minutes before the new I almost said combat rodents. Before the new combat robots were reduced to nothing more than scrap metal. In stark contrast to Raphael's composure, the observers and experts responsible for recording the data were quiet.
这些猎食者就是怪物，就该被赶尽杀绝。
Oh gosh. Raphael ignored the outburst. He lazily stretched on the spot and walked toward me as I stood in a corner.
走吧。
Oh wait, this is actually kind of heartbreaking. This is really sad. I don't like how they're treating him. I know he's a threat, but he's still human. I wasn't sure when it started, but coming to me first after finishing the trials became a habit of his. I cannot be an enforcer. To gather more observational data, the LCPI didn't place any restrictions on Rafayel's movements. Since I was worried he might cause more trouble, I had to keep a closer eye on him. I cleared out the storage room in my apartment and set up a small bed to serve as his temporary living space. Oh! Having returned home, Rafayel sat cross-legged on the sofa and changed the TV channel. It was past midnight and the late-night program aired a classic romantic movie. If you had been more enthusiastic, that 60-year-old researcher would have had a heart attack.
但他那顶假发被掀飞的时候，所有人都笑得很开心吧？
He tossed the empty yogurt bottle into the trash can.
不过话说回来，这一瓶优酪乳要花掉你1天的薪水，你没骗我？
What kind of yogurt are you buying? I nervously chewed on my straw and guiltily averted my gaze. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's expensive. The economy isn't great right now. The housing market crash, deflation, even the mayor's cat has to settle for less. If it weren't for my boundless compassion, could anyone afford to cater to your delicate palate?
真的不是因为你穷？
Wasted.
真的不是因为你穷？
Language-wise, usually people say like, are you sure it's not because you have no money? They would use those words. But he specifically used the word poor. Damn. Raphael. Never change. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm literally tearing up right now. I have tears in my eyes. He innocently asked the question without a hint of malice. I can only respond through gritted teeth. Why don't you earn some money and help out then? The genuine confusion and bewilderment in his eyes made it impossible for me to stay annoyed. It was hard to believe that he used to be an opera singer. Ah, yeah, he is a rich boy. Hugging a cushion, I scooted a little closer to... Oh my gosh, MC. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. Give me a minute. Let me just drink some water. Hugging a cushion, I scooted a little closer to him. Raphael, do you remember what you were like when you used to sing?
不记得了。
Oh, wow. Just like that. Have you ever wondered if the person you are right now might not be your true self?
你看起来倒是对我很好奇，但你自己呢？每天过得浑浑噩噩，有想过自己要什么吗？
Excuse me? Shit.
要我帮你把他们通通杀掉吗？
Oh, wow. Okay. He is both endearing and terrifying. He met my gaze. The corners of his eyes appeared sharp in the dim lighting. He's serious. Who are you talking about?
你们稽查局的那群废物长官啊，是不想还是不敢？
Oh. Is it you don't want to or you don't dare to? Interesting. Raphael suddenly leaned in and he rested his right hand next to me. Oh, he leaned into me. Sorry, I didn't read that. Oh? Eh? Wait. Okay, this emulator is busted! I shifted and my knees bent slightly to press against his abdomen, but I can't move anymore.
他们罔顾你的安危，叫你看管一位随时会要你命的猎食者。
Oh, interesting. Oh, I love how this is playing out.
却对你真正想要的东西视而不见。这种小孩子都懂的道理，你不会不明白。
Wow. He lowered his gaze, then he smiled.
怕我了？你是不是在想，猎食者的破坏欲和杀戮欲总是大于人类情感，自己不应该放松警惕？
I mean... His fingertips glided across my back as I tried to get up. The restraints on my wrist loosened. He pulled his hand back and waved something in front of my eyes. It's the remote. Up.
我转台了。
Wow, okay. Fuming, I snatched the remote from him and turned the TV off before he could protest. It's almost morning. Go to bed. 好，知道了。 I love that. Okay, wait, can I just say something? The whole idea that something so dangerous has control and he's a very powerful predator and really nothing can detain him. Yet he is making the decision to stay. If I were an enforcer, I would be hella scared of Rafayel because then that means he's just so unpredictable. Basically, whether you live or not really depends on his whims at the time. I mean, wow. But I wonder if he just thinks MC not treating him as a monster is a breath of fresh air, because we're seeing this concept of people treating predator like monsters and trash, which is understandable. But yeah, like I wonder if it's because she doesn't treat him that way. He's kind of like, okay, I don't know. But the fact that he's very... There's like a switch. He can turn it on and turn it off, and I love characters like those. I love it. It just gives to show that there's like a deeper story that's going on that we don't know about, and hopefully we get to find out. Oh my god, what a thing to say when with such happy music. Oh wait, shoot, sorry, I didn't read it. So basically, she said that she woke up in a cold sweat and had a nightmare where Rafayel tore her apart and ate her flesh. That is crazy. Damn. I pushed open the door to the side bedroom. The bed was empty. Even the blanket lost all its warmth. Did he run away? I scanned around my surroundings. The front door was still locked from the inside, and all the windows and doors in the bedroom and living room were intact. Oh, the sound was coming from the balcony. I expected the worst as I rushed through the living room. I yanked the glass door open. He wore... Okay, Okay, in daylight's embrace, Rafayel stood on the window frame, carrying a struggling, burly man over his left shoulder. He lowered him to the floor. Okay. Bodies covered the tiles. Predators were stacked on top of... What? And their hands were bound behind their backs. Their wails filled the air as if they were in a constant state of agony. Girl, you gotta move! Like, say goodbye to this place, holy. I recognized several of them. They were notorious criminals from many wanted posters. They always managed to escape the authorities, however. Rafayel pulled out a calculator. His fingers flew over... Oh, no, I know where this is going. His fingers flew over the keys before he held it up to me. I saw a string of numbers on its display.
3个 B 级、4个 A 级和1个 S 级，都是有犯罪记录在册、被当局通缉的猎食者。赏金加起来总共是这个数字，够包吃包住1个月吗？
Oh wait, is it this meaning she can claim the bounties? Rafayel, this is the most romantic thing. The neighbor who was watering flowers on the adjacent balcony overheard the commotion and looked at us.
不好了，有好多猎食者！
Oh no. As Rafayel embraced his predatory nature and started making some money. Okay, predatory nature. The third weapon trial arrived as scheduled. Oh dear. I heard the robots were upgraded with an improved automatic defense system this time. Their shooting capabilities had been enhanced as well. The plan was to have the trial last longer than the previous one. Oh, I hate this. Fortunately, at the 30-minute mark, Rafayel managed to twist off the head of the third robot, and tossed it into the equipment salvage area.
他怎么还表演了一个帽子戏法
？1号机毁损程度70%，2号机、3号机甚至达到了90%。
I don't know why I worried for him. A somber mood engulfed the observation room, yet I couldn't help but feel relieved. Yeah, exactly. As Rafayel emerged from the testing arena, everyone's gazes were on him. The fear and disgust were apparent. Oh, gosh. He ignored their scrutinizing looks and walked toward me as usual, but his brow furrowed when he took my hand. He seemed to be concerned.
为什么出了这么多汗？手也很冰。
Because she was worried about you. Unable to offer him an explanation, I shook my head. For a moment, I almost thought he wouldn't make it out alive. It's nothing. You did great today, and I prepared a reward for you.
你好像真的把我当成什么宠物在养。
It was a light-hearted remark, but he tightened his grip on my hand. No. Oh. It was dusk when we arrived at the entrance of the White Whale Theater. Posters for Siren's song were plastered everywhere. Oh? Are we going to see him perform? During the short walk from the entrance to our seats, countless people turned their heads to catch a glimpse of him. The sound of steady breathing was next to me. We were barely 10 minutes into the performance. Ah, Fandrajaw? He fell asleep? Unable to bear it any longer, I gently kicked his ankle. Raphael slightly swayed his head before it fell onto my shoulder. Oh, oh my gosh! Oh god. No, he's too adorable. I cannot. I can't believe your artistic sensibilities were thoroughly eroded. I had originally planned to take him back to relive that familiar performance, hoping to learn more about his past. I let out a silent sigh. Oh, she's hoping to jog his memory. That is, if he really did lose his memory. People began to leave. As we made our way to the exit, he rubbed his eyes and tossed the crumpled program brochure into a nearby trash bin.
那个主演唱得太难听，一句里有5个音都不准，最后的高音也是靠喊上去的。
Oh, there we go. His words instantly drew a flurry of hostile glares from those around us. Oh, that's right. Never badmouth an artist in their own concert hall. Damn. Embarrassed, I lowered my head and tried to hurry him toward the exit. But a well-dressed, middle-aged man stopped us. Oh, please don't. Why would you?
打扰了，我是这间剧院的经理，两位可不可以借一步说话？
Oh, maybe he recognized him. Is there something we can help you with?
贸然叨扰，实在是抱歉。是这样的。
Okay. The opera manager wasted no time in explaining why he approached us. The terrible lead opera singer Rafayel had criticized was injured recently. Moreover, an important performance was scheduled in a month. All of Lincoln's VIPs would be attending it. Rafayel's build and appearance closely resembled the mass protagonist on the opera's poster. Oh! Ah, okay. I see. Consequently, the opera manager hoped he would be an understudy for the role.
话说回来，您这位朋友长得真的很像当年那位著名的歌剧演员。
Maybe because he is him. Which one?
就是那位齐豫，您没听说过吗？
Mayo. You're right. This isn't the first time someone made that comparison. No. Raphael emerged from the fitting room. He wore an expensive formal outfit, like it was made for him. The suit boasted a snow-white lining with a perfectly tailored jacket. Intricate embroidery and beads adorned the color.
脖子有点累。
I stepped closer and loosened his collar. What about now? Raphael gave me a thumbs up. Upon seeing him, the opera manager's eyes sparkled with excitement.
好，好，我果然没有看走眼，你就是我们要找的替身。
Oh, wow. Okay. An opportunity to make money fell right into our laps. Of course, I refused to let it slip away. Oh no, MC really playing into the whole broke accusation. Not to mention, I was curious to see how Raphael, who didn't remember anything about his past, would interpret a role that might be tied to his own history. Raphael, here's our chance to make some money.
Huh?
He's from the Southern District. He doesn't have an official ID for this area, so we need to keep things off the record.
明白。不过既然是替身，我们也不指望他真唱。所以报酬嘛。
Oh, not that big, huh? He can sing.
啊？
5 minutes later. Using the sheet music, Raphael finished performing a segment from Siren's song. Already a crowd of onlookers gathered at the dressing... When can we hear him sing? I feel like I've been robbed. Come on, when? Are the VAs like trying to practice their singing capabilities before they actually sing? Come on, please. Oh gosh, okay. Already a crowd of onlookers gathered at the dressing room door. Oh. They just put a mask on him like that, huh? Worried that his identity might be exposed, I grabbed a mask from the makeup table and put it on his face.
为什么要戴这个？
He looks so annoyed. Don't move. In many stories, the protagonist often wears a mask when he kills people. His enemies only caught a glimpse of his face in their final moments. Rafayel, however, only responded with confusion. He rubbed his chin against my palm. Oh, why? It tickles. Only then did I realize that his past was bright and full of hope. Oh. It was a masterpiece crafted by a painter or singer who poured every ounce of passion into their life's work.
分什么心？要签合约了。你等等看一下报酬和条款，对不对？
Oh wow, he's so serious about making money right now. Rafayel walked over and took my hand. My heart suddenly started racing before I knew it. Relatable.
我要他当我的助理，额外算薪水。啊，对了，这句话补进刚才的条款里。
Oh. Wow. Talk about an opportunist. No, I don't like the change of the song. After the meeting ended, Winona stopped me at the door of the conference room. She gave me the morning newspaper. Health Department Director found dead in private residence underground parking garage last night. Suspected to be a victim of a predator attack. Renowned philanthropist found in the basement with his hands tied behind his back. Body covered in fluorescent spray paint that spells out the word shame. Riots caused by the predators became more and more frequent. A cloud of unease hung over the city. Citizens continued to take to the streets and demanded that the authorities implement laws to control or even exterminate the predators.
上头又拨了一笔巨款，听说是由 Ever 亲力赞助，用于研发对抗猎食者的武器。
Here we go.
你知道这意味着什么吗？
Holding several documents, Winona sighed and patted my shoulder.
你养的那个猎食者小玩意，恐怕是离死不远了。
I don't like how she called Rafayel. She said...
你养的那个猎食者小玩意，恐怕是离死不远了。
So that predator you raised, that little plaything, I don't like how she's viewing Rafayel. That whole thing about being, you know, like the I don't like saying it, but being owned, tamed, being called a master. There are very heavy themes of this in Rafayel's lore, and it seems to be playing out even in this card. I don't like it. Winona was right. To regain the public's trust and quell the anger, the authorities must announce a solution for dealing with the predators. That made Rafayel, an obedient SSS-class predator, the perfect target. Mulling over my anxious thoughts, I arrived at the testing arena. Rafayel leaned against the doorway. Here's the thing. They think that whatever they do to set an example as them having control over the predators, they think that he's the perfect. Rafayel is the perfect target for this because he's so obedient. But, I mean, they've done so many weapon testing. What makes them think that his own survival instincts would not kick in and then, like, rip them a new one? They must be really, like... They're missing a few screws. Okay. Emerging from the shadows, his figure was softly illuminated by the corridor's motion sensor lights. Have you been waiting long?
没有。
That meant he just finished. The trial must have lasted longer than usual this time. I touched a faint bruise at the corner of his mouth. Words formed and perished on my lips. The tensions between the predators and ordinary citizens that continued to build finally erupted into large-scale protests on Saturday. Protesters demanded that the authorities take action against the predators within the population and implement strict laws. Riots were almost an everyday occurrence. For safety reasons, many roads were barricaded and guarded by armed personnel. Oh jeez. Yet beneath the security cordon, the prime viewing spot along the Seren River still hosts a magnificent floating stage constructed right on schedule. Siren Song, produced by the White Whale Theatrical Troupe, was set to begin at 7:00 p.m. Rafayel, are you nervous? I looked up only to be momentarily stunned by his eye-catching reflection in the mirror. The makeup artist adjusted Raphael's cuffs. Unable to move, he lifted his head to meet my gaze.
你不是说想听我唱歌吗？既然唱给你听，我为什么要紧张？
He said, I'm going to sing for you today, why would I be nervous? That didn't get translated, that's weird. Or maybe I missed it, I don't know. The exclusive Riverside seats welcomed their distinguished guests when there was only a minute left before the curtains rose. The city's elites were always fashionably late if it meant they could make a grand entrance. The spotlights above the circular stands dimmed one by one. The sunset's golden rays danced across the river's surface. That's interesting. This view is very similar to the Hong Kong night view. Especially if you go along the Tsim Sha Tsui promenade. It's very similar. As twilight dyed the sky, the performance began. A barge emerged from the ethereal night mist. Shadowy figures slowly materialized from the darkness. The voice was unlike anything the audience heard, yet no one understood why it sounded different. The more intently they listened, the more elusive the voice became. As the performance reached a climax, photographers forgot to press their shutter buttons. Critics' pens fell silent, and even the elites stopped their lofty discussions. This just makes me want to hear him sing even more. Years later, I would still firmly believe that in those few moments, everyone at the performance thought of one thing. This would be a night celebrated and remembered for generations to come. Oh wow. After the show, rain fell. The luxury cars parked along the street drove away one at a time. With an umbrella, I rushed to the temporary waiting room on the roadside as soon as the opera ended. Raphael emerged from it alone. His unruly hair was damp from the rain. His thin, loose pants clung to his legs, and his embroidered suit looked as if it was drenched. It appeared stuck to his body.
他们最后到底在鬼叫什么？吵得我头好痛。
They were giving you a round of applause. After a performance, everyone cheers for you. How can you not even remember that? I wasn't sure why I felt the need to explain. Looking down, I noticed how soaked his shoes were. Never mind, let's get out of here. Raphael patted his pockets before opening his hand. In his palm lay several opulent rings? Why?
是那位男主演给我的，说我这位替身勉强当的还算不错，有几分他的风范。
Either that singer is full of himself, or Raphael has a skill that can mimic other singers. Ooh, is this a little bit of tidbit on what a siren can do? Ooh, interesting.
我只不过问了一句你是谁，他就气得摔门走掉了，好没礼貌的人。
好冇禮貌。Look who's talking. After Raphael's supposed death, imitators popped up like no tomorrow. The actor was one of them. In fact, he was the most convincing copycat out of the group. They said he had performances at home and abroad scheduled well into next year. If these rings were from this rising star, they were probably valuable. The cheers and applause you heard were for you. The people in the audience didn't show up for anyone else. They wanted to see you. You're not anyone's substitute, Raphael. You're the one they admire and aspire to be.
所以，要吗？
Well, yes. As I collected my thoughts, I smiled at him and waved.
10根手指都要？我没有这么多。
I wasn't implying that at all. I opened my mouth to explain myself, but I changed my mind. Amidst the array of dazzling jewels, I pointed to the most understated one. It was the ring he put on before the performance. I want the one you're wearing. On my ring. Oh! Oh, okay, MC, okay. He gently took my hand. His skin brushed against mine as he slid this simple band over my finger. You wanted to give me a ring. Is it because you like it?
因为很值钱。既然值钱，你或许会喜欢。
因為好值錢，有冇搞錯？Because it's valuable. Okay. Okay. Thank you. A bunch of theater managers mistook me for your agent. They asked me for your contact information.
那你有没有告诉他们我会咬人？咬人还很痛，除了痛还会死人。
Oh, wow. That's kind of scary the way he says it in such a happy way. The rain stopped, and the air along the riverbank was infused with the fresh scent of wet grass.
你是不是很想要我跟他们走？
Why are you cooperating with the LCBI? Unexpectedly, we blurted out our questions at the same time. Oh, okay, they both said it at the same time. With your skills, it wouldn't be hard to overpower a few enforcers, hijack a patrol car, and drive on Lincoln 24 to reach the Southern District. Since they planted a control device in you, I can help you find a way to deal with it. Rafayel stopped in his tracks. When he spoke, his words lacked any warmth. They were as cold as the lingering raindrops on my skin.
你见过那些猎食者进食的样子吗？
Oh. And reality hits, doesn't it?
用爪子沿着猎物的脊骨开膛破肚，从内脏开始，再吃肌肉和骨骼上的肉。
He's joking, right? What?
和猎狗没什么区别，遍地都是残肢断臂，我不喜欢。
Oh. Do you like being with us then? Well, I guess the answer is no. In the end, the Predators and ordinary people were fundamentally different. Yet with his primal instincts and innate nature, he either failed to recognize these differences or chose to disregard them. Raphael's gaze returned to me.
那在你眼里，我和那些猎食者是一样的吗？算了。
Yeah, so I guess she did treat him differently, and that made him all sweet on her, I guess. Before I could respond, he abruptly turned away. His irritation was palpable. He walked to the edge of the bridge, his eyes fixed on the river's inky depths. What? To be very frank, I did not understand the last few words he said. Oh shit! A patrol car sped past us on the wet road. A bottle flew out of its lowered window. In an instant, Raphael shielded me with his body. Before I can even register what was happening, the patrol car skidded and careened toward the left guardrail. What is wrong with this officer? The unconscious driver was slumped over the deployed airbag. Oh. Okay, so they really do transform, huh? They just don't mention it here. The man in the passenger seat instantly sobered up from shock. When Raphael dragged him out of the car, he frantically clawed at Raphael's hands and begged for mercy.
你看，我可以很轻易地扭断他们的脖子，把他们丢下这座桥。
Okay.
在这个过程中，我不会有任何犹豫和怜悯。但你会说不可以？你对这些所谓的同伴始终报以同情。
He pinned the man to the ground and used a torn seatbelt to bind his hands behind his back. He unceremoniously tossed him into the trunk.
这才是我们不一样的地方。
The searchlight on top of the bridge swept across his face. A harsh glare danced across his features.
哎。
He suddenly said my name.
即便如此，我还可以跟你回家吗？
up. Wait, that broke my heart. Wait, what?
即便如此，我还可以跟你回家吗？
He was so scared to ask her that. That's so painful to hear. Oh no. Why am I on the verge of tears already? What the fuck? I finally reached the LCBI building. I pushed through the sea of protesters and strikers that filled the streets. The corridors were filled with staff who had phones between their shoulders and ears. They hurried from place to place. The 7th Provision, aimed to control the Predators, had entered the drafting stage. Everything seemed to be moving in a direction that promised to breathe new life into the city. I just want to know why that officer in the patrol car was drunk. That scene was a little confusing for me, like what led up to that? Maybe they're disgruntled officers that are finding it embarrassing that Rafayel keeps, besting them? I don't know. The 4th trial commenced as scheduled.
测试等级直接调到最高，也该让这个猎食者吃点苦头了。准备好了吗？
I get it. I am leaning towards my idea though. Oh.
成功了！你看那个猎食者，还是第一次输得这么惨。
Well, once they collected enough data, the researchers finally ended the trial. It lasted 94 minutes? And 5 seconds. It was 3 times longer than the trial before.
真希望那个猎食者今天就死。
Ah, jeez.
要看他死，也应该全程直播，让全城的人都知道我们已经掌握了对抗猎食者的武器。
Ah, jeez.
讲真的，还是多亏下城区的地下发现了一种全新的能源脉矿，叫做星河。
Okay.
对呀，听说 Ever 已经在筹备开采事宜了。
难怪投资忽然批准下来了，恐怕是要将那边的猎食者一网打尽，再推进能源开采吧。
The conversation abruptly stopped. Down the seemingly endless corridor, a crowd surrounded a middle-aged man as he left. I couldn't make out his face, but I heard he was a trusted confidant of Ever's shadow. Oh, is it who I think it is? I hope it's not the doctor. As soon as the crowd dispersed, I swiftly made my way to the testing arena. I searched for the door handle. Oh, I reached. I'm sorry. No, I hate this. Wait, He collapsed into my arms as if his soul was sucked out of his body. Wait, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I keep missing things. As soon as the crowd dispersed, I pulled the door open. I was about to say his name, and then she said, Raf. Okay. Open wounds were visible between his fingers, and some still oozed blood. Oh. Rafayel tapped my forehead as if his injuries weren't concerning in the slightest.
你一整天都心事重重的，怎么了？
Don't like it when he's like this. I was afraid you were going to die. He didn't take my hand this time. He was probably worried his blood would get on it.
为什么要担心我死？这世界上每天都在死人。
Oh, wow. It's not easy to explain. Just try to prioritize your well-being next time. If it's too much for you, just fake it so the trial ends early. Got it?
莫名其妙的，我知道了。
This really sucks. As the combat program system evolved, the chances of Rafayel dying in the next experiment or the one after increased. A plan formed in my mind. I was going to help him escape. I couldn't explain why I was doing it. I just knew I refused to stand back and watch him fade away. But if I let him leave, the authorities will do everything in their power to bring him back. The safest option is to make everyone believe he's dead. And how's she gonna do that? After extensive inquiries, I obtained information from undercover contacts about several S-class Predators fugitives. The dilapidated building before me, teetering on the riverbank, served as their hideout.
直接进去抄了，再把它丢到你们稽查局门口，不是更快吗？
If it were that easy, we would always be buried and worked. If you don't want the entire city hunting you down, follow me.
好吧，我就装作慢慢的靠近，然后还打不过。等你带着人过来包围，我再想办法脱身。
That's their plan. Anguish choked my heart, but I forced myself to smile and nod. Raphael glanced at me, then he turned away and sighed. The memory loss that they talk about is not necessarily just a memory loss. It seems like his common sense has faded in a way. He's acting like I don't want to say a child, but he's acting very naive. And I wonder if that had something to do. But that's the thing. I'm pretty sure he's acting, you know, because it's Raphael. But if he's not acting, it's really heartbreaking.
等你，但别让我等太久啊。
His figure quickly vanished behind the dilapidated building. Everything was ready. I grabbed my comms device and contacted my colleagues at the LCBI. I spotted 3 predators at the intersection of the city's north and west sectors. All of them are confirmed S-class criminals on our list. 2 of them are also the prime suspects in the recent bombing incident. The mention of a potentially high-profile arrest immediately perked up the team on the other end.
知道了，我们会立刻申请调派行动队前往，请随时保持联络。
Our goal here is to round up all of these predators. As soon as the large group of enforcers arrived, the predators' criminals quickly sensed something was off. When my comms device buzzed, I answered the call with unwavering composure. As expected, I was greeted by a less than friendly voice.
快下令叫他们离开，否则你养的这条狗今天就会死在这里。
Oh, I didn't know they could just call them like that. It's like their phone, I guess. Go ahead then. Do it. I've been wanting to get rid of him for a while now anyway.
都是当过人的，还会不知道你们心里在盘算什么？
Okay.
果然，你们从来不会把猎食者当成同类。
Yeah, that's the problem.
连一只听话的狗都救不了，还大言不惭的要拯救城市。喂，和你的主人说句话，让他听到。啊！
Oh. I didn't know what was going on over there, but I knew Raphael hadn't said a single word. In the midst of complete silence, a familiar voice reached my ears.
你把我丢下，是因为很讨厌我吗？
Huh? What? What? Yes.
要我继续待在这里吗？
Yes.
好。
What? My comms device vibrated twice in my pocket. It was quiet and unmistakable, and I knew what it meant. All I had to do was give the signal.
后援已经包围目标，稽察官，我们什么时候行动？
The building was rigged with explosives. Taking care of these predators wouldn't be a challenge. Not to mention, my true motive will be revealed if this continues to drag on, and Raphael would return to the LCBI while a more qualified enforcer replaced me. There was no time to lose. I opened all comms channel. More people needed to witness his death in this accident. Attention all units. The building before you has 2 prime suspects behind the recent Magnolia Square bombing. The year is almost over. The Operation Sector 1 has been behind on arrests. It's time we change that and earn ourselves some points. The cheers erupted across all channels, but one voice.
你疯了！那位猎食者还在里面，你不能把他。
Huh? I cut off Winona's transmission and issued the command without any hesitation. Oh, they didn't want Raphael to be stuck in there. Do it. The explosion roared to life. The 3-story building crumbled along with its support columns. Flames licked away at the walls and peeled them away like paper. Chunks of debris plummeted into the river behind us and sent massive waves crashing against the shore. But I knew Raphael would find a way out using his skills. Oh, that was actually kind of scary. Oh, there he is. Okay. My heart was steeped in anticipation and dread as it raced. I ran to the riverbank. In the darkness, I found what I hoped to see, a pair of eyes shining with the river. He waited. Maybe he wanted to hear me say his name one more time. But I remained silent. He gave me one last look before slipping below the water's surface. He vanished without looking back. That night I had a dream. Raphael had transformed into a fish and swam to a distant shore that stretched into the distance. His fins morphed into legs, and he stepped into a beautiful, breathtaking land. Instead of singing, he picked up a paintbrush. Effortlessly, he filled the canvas with intricate patterns of light. His hands were as elegant as ever. Even if he'll never sing again, I was sure he'd be a wonderful artist. Why is this such a dawnbreaker moment? She's like dreaming of the Lincoln timeline, Raphael. Oh god, that was painful. 1 year later. Okay. The winter sky has darkened. Only the LCBI's towering building is ablaze with light. Inside, staff from various departments works well into the night.
看到10分钟前的新闻了吗？回来加个班，有急事。还会是什么啊？流火的犯罪预告信都寄到市长的私人信箱了，连交通署的档案室都变成了他们的游乐园。总之你来一趟，就当做是为了凌空。你也知道 ，Ever 对星河脉矿的开采已经
A year passed since then. I hadn't seen Raphael since. He vanished without a trace. There were rumors of someone who looked like him among the predators in the underground world, but these sightings were fleeting at best. I was working tirelessly to improve my position in the LCBI. I needed to find Raphael and see how he was doing, if he was still alive. But every lead turned into a dead end. Meanwhile, a symbol continued to appear at various crime scenes, a black flame. It was the call sign of Flow and Fire, a predator organization that recently appeared. All their members were from the impoverished Southern District. Gosh, my tongue. An hour later, the bureau chief stormed into the LCBI's conference room. His face barely masked his indignation.
该死的猎食者，一定是提前知道了我们的部署和行动。
Wow. Before the meeting, Winona told me about a certain rumor. The higher-ups apparently agreed a large-scale collaboration with Ever. Of course they did. Whether the true objective was to exterminate the predators or secure the protocore veins, no one was certain. I regret to report that Flow and Fire has intimate knowledge about our every move, yet we remain in the dark about their operations. The only concrete information we have at the moment is their leader, Tamino, being an extremely dangerous SSS-class predator. He managed to bring even the most dangerous predators to heel. These were individuals who decapitated their allies for sport. Gosh! In addition, they were carrying out a series of meticulously planned operations. They treated the mansions of Lincoln's elite as their personal playground for criminal activities. Tamino's whereabouts are unknown. No one has seen him to this day. A heavy silence hung over the room as I delivered my report. The bureau chief's expression grew increasingly grim with every word.
针对猎食者的管理条例第7修正案颁布在即，绝对不能让他们影响法案的推行。由行动一科负责，务必要在法案颁布前将它弃拿归案。
Yes, Chief. Southern District. In one of the Southern District's abandoned buildings, the data broker stood with his trench coat collar turned up. We exchanged glances.
还是老规矩，这个数字。
He discreetly signaled a number with his fingers. Although it wasn't cheap, it was reasonable.
不过说起来，你怎么忽然打听起那位 Tamino？ 你真的想抓住他？劝你还是趁早辞掉稽查官的工作，等猎食者们真的占领这座城市的时候，第一个就拿你们开刀。
Damn. I appreciate your concern, and from now on, if you find any leads related to Flow and Fire, contact me immediately. Darkness enshrouded the winter sky. As I approached my car, and then this is how, MC got caught by those two predators, and then Raphael came up and beat them up. I noticed how my shadow moved more quickly. I reached for the car door when turning around to shoot behind me, but before I could react, a dark figure dropped down from above. I fell to the ground and a dull ache radiated from my forehead.
就跟你说了，果然是一位稽查官。
让他死在这里，不就太便宜他了吗？你不知道稽查局那群家伙是怎么
？Oh. A scorching gust cut through the evening air. Flames erupted and consumed the two figures in my periphery. When they died out, the shadowy figure emerged from the darkness. He slowly advanced toward me.
凌空市特殊稽查局，行动一科特别稽查官。
Hearing that familiar voice, I looked up in disbelief. I saw a face I hadn't seen in a long, long time.
长官，我听说你在找一名叫做 Terminal 的猎食者。他罪行累累，无恶不作，是你们内部悬赏令上的常客。
Raphael caressed my hand, but his fingers suddenly froze when they brushed against the ring on my ring finger.
怎么了？不认识我了？
Raphael brings me to Flow and Fire's underground base. The Predators encircle me and their excited whistles pierce the air.
剥了他的皮，明早就挂在稽查局的门口，让那群稽查官好好看看和我们作对的下场。
Okay, that guy's dead.
干脆大家一起吃掉他！好久没赶上伙食了。
That guy is dead too.
都先出去。
The room falls silent. No one dares to defy his command.
别分心啊！
I look up and realize we're alone in the warehouse. Raphael lifts my chin with the tip of his dagger, so I'm forced to meet his gaze.
有手有脚，人也不笨，这样也可以落到猎食者手中。稽查官如果都像你这样，凌空市的未来真是没什么好期待的。
My silence seems to irk him. He changes his approach.
连续3个月派人打听流火和我的消息，怎么样？得到什么线索了？
So the Thorn and Evers and the LCBI side really was you. Did you bring me here to kill me then?
杀你？不，我也想知道养一个人是什么感觉。
Is this like payback?
喜欢的时候多看几眼，不喜欢了就丢在一边，看他对我摇尾乞怜，叫我主人。
Okay, alright. So, he's obviously salty. But yeah, like I said, the theme here, claiming to be a master or calling someone master, the theme of being owned is very, very heavy in Raphael's lore.
这样的群兽游戏一定很好玩，是不是？
I wonder if he's trying to identify whether the time that they spent together was actually, like, maybe real? Like he's still testing the waters in a way. The tension between us is taut like an invisible bowstring. It's pulled and pulled until a buzz interrupts the stalemate. My phone. Oh no, someone from the LCBI is calling.
想求救吗？我帮你。
Before I can respond, Raphael grabs my phone and answers it. He starts speaking without giving the caller a chance to talk.
我是你们要找的 Terminal， 你们的同伴在我手里。
That's it? That's the big reveal? Okay.
我知道你们可以追踪这通电话，找到流火的基地，但只要你们踏进这个范围一步，他就得去死。你们会怎么选？
The other end of the line is quiet. Then they speak in a placating tone. They'll consider negotiating. But their real intentions are clear. The LCBI has no reason to give up this golden opportunity for an expendable enforcer like me. Before they can even negotiate, however, Raphael ends the call.
你看，你的那些同伴也会放弃你。
I'm at a loss for words. Thoughts surge to the tip of my tongue only to be swallowed back. In the end, I shake my head. That's Lincoln for you. Everyone only cares about themselves. It's the status quo. Raphael, is this your way of getting back at me?
报复你不需要这么麻烦。我是想拿稽查局的人开刀，以你当做诱饵，正好把外面那群蠢货一网打尽。你不相信？
A little bit. They discovered an underground vein of protocors and developed weapons powered by this energy source.
你以为我不知道吗？
Okay. Raphael's lips curl into a half smile as if he's mocking my good intentions. Oh, okay. That was like an olive branch in her...
那就让他们试试吧，看是他们特制的子弹先杀了我，还是他们的喉咙先被咬断。
Damn, the way he said that. There's nothing left for us to say to each other. I lower my gaze and wait for the death that could arrive at any moment.
这样吧， 我给你第3个选择。你可以活下来，但前提是，你也要变成猎食者。
Oh, you poor, poor, sweet child. He doesn't know, does he? Damn.
这样一来，我们就变成一样的人了。
Okay. There seems to be heavy emphasis on wanting to be the same. Okay. His last words are barely above a whisper. I guess he feels like unless they're the same, they can't be together. Certain I won't refuse, he quickly moves his head toward my neck. Oh. You're wrong. I'm not here to save people, the Predators, or this city. The only person I want to save is you. It's always been you. His fangs, mere centimeters away from my skin, pause upon hearing my words.
你以为我还会相信你的谎言吗？
Believe it or not, I never once thought about leaving you behind.
那为什么不想成为跟我一样的人呢？这个方法更简单吧。
That's interesting because in reverse, if you think about like Siren Rafayel, he would easily make that decision to be human with MC if it meant to be with her.
你的那些正常人同伴愚蠢又自私，他们亲手制造了猎食者，却又忙着推诿责任。
He knows. Okay.
和那群人为伍有什么好的？来我这里，我会让整座城市都变成我们的乐园。
So that's why he's doing this? As if possessed, I closed my eyes. I almost believed that the future Rafayel speaks of, our future, could become a reality. Yet before his fangs pierced my skin, the door suddenly bursts open.
不准动！
Oh dear. Dozens of guns are pointed at us. There's no way out.
看来你的稽查局同事想要我们一起死在这里，做一对苦命鸳鸯。
Okay. Raphael remains calm as if he anticipated this dangerous turn of events. But in spite of that, I can't shake off the fear that he might die here.
我们最后打个赌吧，你抓不住我。
Oh dear. Oh, that's why. I mean, I kinda knew, but still, as his words hang in the air, a wall of fire materializes. We're separated from everyone else. The scorching heat knocks everyone off their feet. By the time I come to my senses, Raphael has disappeared. Now he ran away. Tamino's true identity is confirmed. He's Raphael who supposedly died during a previous arrest. As his former supervisor, I'm suspended from duty due to our ambiguous relationship. They say I'm recuperating. Flow and Fire issues a statement. They plan to give Lincoln a special gift on the day the 7th provision goes into effect. These events are the only thing the headlines talk about. They're featured on the front page of every major newspaper. Tucked away in a small corner of the morning paper in an unassuming announcement, Siren's Song, once performed by the Suren River, will be screened tonight at the White Whale Theater. I pack up my office supplies. I plan to slip away under the cover of night.
我也养过猫，离家出走了。我懂你的心情。
She's still calling Raphael a pet. The voice behind me breaks the silence. It's Winona. Oh. Crap. Okay, I'm sorry. My game crashed. Okay, 1 second.
我懂你的心情。
Okay, I'm back. The voice behind me breaks the silence. It's Winona. Why is the fire still playing in the background? Okay. Alright. Huh? She hands me a stack of confidential documents labeled Cure for Predator Virus and walks away. Oh, okay, Winona. Her high heels click and clack against the floor. But the one I want to save, I don't care about humanity, the Predators, or even the city. It's always been Raphael. He's the only one who reached for my hand without any hesitation. I'm sorry, I think there might be a bug. Okay, the fire went away. 3 days later. Time is flying by in this card. The flames of... Oh, shoot. The flames of conflict spread from the southern district to the city center, with unrest ready to explode like a powder keg. The authorities have imposed a 24-hour curfew. Even in broad daylight, the usually bustling streets are eerily deserted. Gosh, outside! In the dimly lit room, the screen flickers. It shows Rafayel slowly sinking into the water as he stands on the barge. I realize something. I never really truly understood him. That's kind of what Rafayel said in that card. Ugh. He's an opera singer, a predator, and after our reunion, the leader of Flow and Fire. But who is he really? Maybe I want more than a fleeting embrace. I yearn to witness his journey until the end of time. The theater's main doors swing open. A backlit figure walks down the steps, its form sticking out like a sore thumb against the light. Is he there? I turn to see who it is, and I'm not surprised. You knew I was here?
稽查局的总部已经沦陷了，我没有找到你的人。看来，你不喜欢我为你精心准备的这场表演。
哼。He navigates the narrow aisle and sits next to me. Now that Lincoln is your stage, do you really need me in the audience? His expression slowly hardens and a chill settles over his features.
你以为我很关心这座城市的死活吗？
Oh, wow. His head is slightly lowered and his face is like a canvas where light and shadow intertwine.
我通常很容易就得到别人想要的东西，但我一直不知道自己想要什么。不过一旦知道，我就不会放手了。我会想方设法让它属于我。
Okay. Okay, interesting. In the Chinese, it's sort of ambiguous. Because again, unless you see the written word, you won't know what the pronoun refers to. I plan to make it mine, never let it go, but obviously in English he means her. But I wonder if in the original story, because you know the source language, I wonder if MC had to like figure it out herself, if she figured it out or if she's still not sure. But it seems like the tension and I guess the status of the relationship between the two, it's like they're both sort of aware that there's this push and pull between them. Oh. Whoa, what was that? A faint rumbling seeps through the walls. Outside, the predators howl like cornered beasts. I have no idea who will win, yet that doesn't matter to me. I know what you're thinking. Do you want to turn me into one of the predators? Alright then, go ahead. I throw my arms around him. Rafayel freezes for a moment before he hugs me back. Turn me into someone who's just like you. Then we'll always be together, right? His fangs graze the side of my neck before they sink into my sin. Oh, wow, you really did bite her! I thought he would like at least rethink this. Oh, damn, Rafayel! The bite is gentle. It's as if he's afraid of hurting me. Blood trickles down my neck and it stains his lips in a dark crimson.
You want to leave this place?
You got so soft.
我们换个城市生活吧。
Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Time seems to slow down yet also pass in the blink of an eye. I touch the bite mark on my neck. I don't think I ever told you. I can't become a predator. But for the predators like you who have gone into a frenzy, my blood seems to have a soothing effect. It does? It does? As he falls to his knees, I cradle his face in my hands. It does? Rafayel, I will never become like you. But I need you to trust me right now. In exchange, I'll give you true freedom. Oh, because of the plan to cure them. That's why he's in... That's why she kept him locked up. That's where the whole Kindled scene is going. Wow! Okay, the whole capture me. Yo, there's a lot of, oh gosh, like bits and pieces of Raphael's lore. Even lore that we've never actually seen. Like stuff that he's hinted that he's scared that MC would do to him is happening right now. That is insane, really. Or maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. Wait, over the next month, a whirlwind of major events unfolded. The initiative against Predators was declared a failure for the first time. However, on the day the seventh provision was going into effect, Ever's past experiments were exposed. Everything was revealed on flyers that touched every nook and cranny of the city. While the source remains a mystery, the evidence itself is conclusive and irrefutable. Ever's experiments to artificially create the Predators go as far back as 20 years ago. They even hid the cure so they could maintain control over the Predators. So they had the cure in this one. Meanwhile, the LCBI made a public announcement. Flowing Fire was eliminated, and I was appointed as Chief Enforcer to oversee actions related to the Predators.
那天大家一起冲进来时，我看到的
sorry，
流火的那个首领叫什么 Terminal， 就这样跪在那位不起眼的稽查官，现在是我们总负责人的面前。
Okay, first off, put some respect into his name. I'm kidding. But yeah, they never said Tommy Bobo, but that is funny.
哎，对对，他说什么人和悬赏都是我的，都不准抢。
Yeah, she's definitely locking him up. Oh, wow.
手拉着链子不放，就没见过功利心这么重的。
安静，我们的新长官来了。
Which is MC. As soon as I entered the conference room, countless uncertain gazes land on me. I'd like to announce that we confirmed the death of Tamino, the leader of Flow and Fire. The body has been disposed of. We have made a significant milestone in our efforts against the Predators. I'm also sure you heard the rumors. A series of measures against the Predators will be slowly implemented, and Ever will be brought to trial for their actions. A wave of whispers ripples through the room. It quickly subsides. No one dares to voice any objections. Are there any questions? I meet every person's gaze as I scan the room. The silence remains. Alright then, this concludes our meeting. Dim lights cast long shadows along the empty corridors of an abandoned building. This is one of the many facilities that were exposed when Ever's crimes came to light. It's a research base, and its purpose was to conduct experiments on the Predators. There's a containment cell on the B1 floor. It was used to confine uncooperative Predators. As footsteps echo, a figure stirs behind the bars of the cell.
满嘴谎言的骗子。
Oh shit. Ah, the betrayal. God. Oh wow, he really believes that she betrayed him. You should have been more careful. This is Oh wow, okay, sorry.
到底想对我做什么？做你的实验品，玩物，还是？
I switch on an abandoned surgical light from the operating table, and it illuminates Raphael's face. His gaze meets mine. Confusion and hatred are evident in his eyes. You always assume the worst of me. But when the LCBI raided Ever's underground lab, they found a few intriguing little gadgets. They say this spray can make a predator go into a frenzy. Should we test it out? Not waiting for him to respond, I press the nozzle. A fine mist touches the exposed skin of my wrist. Why? Why? The scent is barely noticeable to me, but how will Raphael perceive it? By the way, the 7th provision will be put on hold for now. The authorities are working on a solution that satisfies the Predators and the general population. Given all the factors at play here, wouldn't you agree this is the best outcome? Oh dear, he sniffed it, didn't he? Oh, his ears! No! I crouch down and reach between the cage's bars to stroke his head. The faint scent of my wrists wafts around him. It's like that 5-star card crap, pure fragrance? Oh, jeez. Okay, I think MC has lost it this time. I feel like MC's the one that's gone a little insane. New policies will be implemented, and the bridge spanning the river will serve as the new boundary. The Predators will be free to establish their own community. Everyone will live separately without interfering in each other's affairs.
以前怎么不知道你这么理想主义？就算没有了 Ever， 也会有其他人。
Is that a clue? That's irrelevant. From the very beginning, you're the only one I wanted to whisk away. MC? Honey, are you okay? Raphael's skin becomes hot to the touch. A feverish heat engulfs him, and the muzzle strap to his face snaps. I notice a hint of emotions I've never seen before in his eyes. I'm surprised my spirits are lifted ever so slight. I think she's gone insane! Tamino, let's play one last game. If you win, I'll set you free. How does that sound? This is my promise to you. I think MC is... She's lost it, that's for sure. She's got a little upset.
在你眼里我是什么？疯子？怪物？
Oh damn.
还是可怜的囚徒？
Yo. Whoa, they just... Okay, the way he moved and cocked his head, that was hot. Okay, no, I cannot fail this time. The whole thing that happened with Silas was so traumatizing. I have my hand on my mouse. I'm ready. I'm not gonna fuck up this time. Nope. You're Raphael. I'll help you remember who you are. Okay. What? No. Okay, sorry.
困住我的不是锁链。
Oh. Sorry, I'm sorry.
不要装的好像很了解我。
Oh damn! Right, I cannot relax. I keep relaxing. I don't know why. That was so stupid just when I said I was ready. Okay. I get how MC feels though. When his masks are all off, I love it. Oh shit. What are you doing, MC?
还不够。这种把对方完成生吞活剥的欲望，你也有，对不对？
Yes, just not in the way you do, Raph. It'll be over soon. What? It'll be over soon. I'm here to help, she says as she keeps him chained up. I feel like MC is a little... She's lost touch with reality a little bit. Oh, wow. Eh? Oh?
适可而止。
Oh.
检查牙齿，隔着直咬肌。
Oh.
我不是你的玩物。
Okay. I need to move closer if I want to find that activator. Oh, she's searching for it. She thought it was... Okay. Wait. No? Okay, it's kind of scary that he's not saying anything, actually. Whoa, wait! Wait, what? Did you see that? Oh, this is kind of... Whoa! Oh, wow. This is a little scary. He doesn't say anything, does he? Oh, okay, he really follows you. That was really freaky. I guess it's somewhere back here? Okay, is it here? Was this supposed to be another plan of
这
yours?
算什么？新的花招？
Huh?
设备已启动，即将对目标开启全身扫描。
What? I'm sorry.
太过大胆，不是好事。
Wait, what is this position we have in?
你才是该被关进笼子的那个。
He's not wrong.
我讨厌你用这种眼神看我。
Oh shit! Wow.
你才是该被关进笼子的那个。
I don't know how I feel about having this much power. Okay, I politely avert my eyes. I'm politely averting. Oh shit. Okay, here. I'm politely averting. Okay. To help him maintain his dignity. Right. Okay. You and I both know how this goes. I can already predict. Do you see the strap here? I'm guessing this arrow refers to her pulling it up and whatnot, or pulling it down. I really don't know. Let's not pretend we don't know that this is the titty grabber prompt, because that's exactly what it is. Pick your poison, I guess. Let's go.
有些话我只说一遍，放手。
Oh wow.
有些话我只说一遍，放手。
Raphael just brings out the bully in me sometimes. Is this another sensitive spot of yours? Why is she saying that? Like, why? Oh dear. On his neck? How does she know? You know what? With all that groping and touching, she better know where she better know where it is. Exposing your... Oh.
把自己的弱点这么没防备的暴露在怪物面前，是最愚蠢的驯服方式。
Oh shoot. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. My game is so laggy right now.
你见过被欲望颠倒的世界吗？除了心底真正想要的，一切都不再重要。
Oh. He's... Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. I got it this time. Oh. Huh? Oh, turn off. What, she bit him to turn it off? She bit him? Why?
为什么？此刻我唯一可以看清楚的，只有你。
Oh. Oh, Verona. Wait, did they go to Verona together? Nestled in the northern part of the peninsula lies Verona. In the mountain's embrace, the town is kissed by a southern sea. In its close-knit community, even the smallest tidbit of news becomes a hot topic. It spreads from one corner to another over cups of tea and dinner tables. As for the latest gossip, there's a grand old mansion by the sea. Okay. It's been empty for years, but it recently got new owners last month.
那房子通体都被刷成了白色，临海一侧全部换成了落地窗，漂亮极了。
It's just like his house in Lincoln.
男主人每天回家前都会为女主人买一束花，简直风雨无阻。
No.
哦，难怪那天女主人来我家订了10几个漂亮的花瓶，还一直笑着说会再来光顾呢。
Through their vivid storytelling, the townspeople learn that the newcomers are from a city called Lincoln. Oh, they're living happily. Oh, my heart is full. And they're by the beach. I can't handle this. The convertible comes to stop on the coastal road. Breathtaking scenery unfolds before our eyes. The white beach's sand is as soft as silk beneath our feet. This small town, nestled between the mountains and the sea, feels like a gift from the heavens. There he is. He's so... This is where you used to live? It's beautiful. He remembers? After that day, I resigned from my position at the LCBI, collecting my savings, and left Lincoln with Rafayel. Thanks to my careful planning, everyone believed that the leader of Flow and Fire had met his end in the prison. As for Rafayel, he left behind his days as a predator. We confessed our feelings to each other. So we knew it was time to leave the chaotic city behind and start a new life together. Interesting how in this card they made it very obvious. I mean, in Xavier we got a full-on confession, but here at least they pointed it out, which is nice to see. Have you thought about what we might do for a living here?
开一家古董店、书店、画廊，都好，反正你喜欢就好。
Then the art gallery?
为什么？
Oh, because of her dream. I think it's because after a certain night, I had a dream that felt just as real and similar to the present. In my dream, he lived a life full of joy. I want to make it our reality. Oh.
随你。不过把家里改造成画室还需要一点时间。
He's gonna be good with it though. He's gonna be fine. Regardless of the path we chose, beyond the threshold of our future are endless possibilities. And that world is our oyster. That ended so abruptly though. I have to admit it did end a little abruptly. Like, how did he leave his Predator days behind? I guess because of the cure? But they didn't really make that obvious, you know? But okay, well, so that was the happy ending. Now for the bad ending. So I guess for the bad ending I just don't have to activate. I'm curious though. Yeah, okay. Alright, bad ending. Okay, here we go. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
把自己的弱点这么没防备的暴露在怪物面前，是最愚蠢的驯服方式。
I think my emulator really needs an update.
你见过被欲望颠倒的世界吗？除了心底真正想要的，一切都不再重要。
Okay, so I do not subdue him.
你说了。
Oh damn! Whoa, just like that. Wait, that's it? Oh. As my consciousness fades, I taste the metallic tang of blood on my lips. Raphael gently licks it away. Raphael stands up, the chain drags on the floor, and he pins me against the wall. Oh dear.
别怕，这种无聊的日子很快就会结束了。
Oh. What? I don't like where that is. I don't like what, okay. A pale, thin light falls across the upper half of his face. His eyes gleam with a manic intensity.
以后换我把你关起来。
Oh.
好不好？
Okay. Like the surging tides, his voice pulls me into the depths of a boundless sea.
我们之间的赌约，只要我一个人遵守就够了。
Huh?
我们永远不会分开。
What does he mean if he's the only one that keeps it? Okay, I have to be very honest. That was very short and abrupt. Okay, I do have thoughts. However, it is currently 12 a.m. Like past midnight. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I guess I'm gonna look into the story again. I might play it again, but the thing is I do have to head to sleep though, so I'll come back tomorrow with fresh ideas and I'll give you a rundown on what I think about the story so far. But yeah, I'll save it for later. I think this time I really need to gather my thoughts. Okay, be back in a jiffy. Okay, I'm back. And I have to be very honest, I'm back after a week. I'm sorry, life just got busy. Honestly, I'm still busy, all because of work and this big project we're doing. And I think I'm gonna be busy for quite a while. But of course, I will at least try to make sure I upload 2 videos a week. So I am really sorry, first off, to any of you who are waiting for this card. Like, I had a lot to say about this card. And I was very frustrated that I couldn't record it immediately. So I'm just happy that I can finally do this. So finally. Yeah, let's just get into my thoughts about this card. So first off, I wanted to point out how I thought it was really interesting how Raphael was sort of the most animalistic out of all the LIs. I wonder if it's because of his Lemurian identity. But here's the thing, I don't know if Raphael was a Lemurian in this AU. It's quite possible that he was just fully a full human, because this is an AU after all. The fact that he didn't blend well with people, and you just have no idea when he will turn on you, and it's really scary. And I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that he lost his memory, because he sort of ended up being very naive. And his logic, it almost feels like he lost a bit of humanity as well, because he's very cutthroat and very like to the point. Everything almost feels like black and white for him, apart from the fact that he's accepted that he's a predator, and yet he hates predators. You know what I mean? But that just made his character all the more interesting to me. Now, originally when MC said that he wouldn't be able to find another enforcer who will listen to his demands, I found it very weird that he bended so quickly. So I initially thought that maybe he knew her or remembered her from, I don't know, some sort of prior meeting. Turns out I was wrong. Instead, it became quite obvious that the only reason he was very compliant with her was because of how well or normal she treated him. And that just emphasizes how much the people around him treated him like trash, you know, a monster. And that just sort of kind of justifies his fixation on her. No, justifies is not the right word, but it makes you understand why he is very obsessed with MC, because she is pretty much the only person in the world, at least in his world, that treats him like an equal. And I wonder if that is sort of like a callback to their past in the Lincoln timeline, or, you know, like his God of Tides timeline. His people treated him like a god, and that sort of life where you're put on a pedestal is very lonely. So when he finally got a follower and she treated him, argued with him, bantered with him like a normal person, he ended up being very fond of her. So I wonder if that sort of plays into this AU as well. There's a part where he says, and I think this was after they did weapons trial testing, where MC was looking a little bit upset, cold, clammy, and then he like took her hand and he was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And then she was like, "You did well today, I'm gonna get you a treat." And then his response was very interesting to me. I felt like that revealed how Rafayel truly felt about their relationship at that point. He said, "Wow, you really treat me like some kind of pet." And he said it so lightheartedly, but they described it as him saying it in a funny and joking kind of way, but his grip on her, his hands gripped on her so tightly. And that just shows how anxious he was. I feel like that made it evident how much Rafayel himself was questioning why MC would be so nice to him, whilst everyone around him wanted him dead. And very, like, vocally, like they were all saying it out there. They were just like throwing it out there, even though he was in the room. And that does something to a person's mind. That's crazy. So then he starts getting that fear that once her little interest in him as a pet goes away, then she would go away too. And I do think that the story does try and make MC question her motives as well, because everyone around her was like saying, well, not everyone, it's that particularly Winona lady, despite her being kind of helpful in the end, I really hated when she was like calling Rafayel MC's little plaything. But I think that also made MC realize just how much Rafayel meant to her, because she too felt kind of lonely, and Rafayel was the only one that would reach out to her. She mentioned before also in the story. So then the two of them found, companionship and a sense of belonging with each other. But unfortunately, Rafayel had no idea she felt the same way. That's why in that scene, when he said, "You're leaving me behind, is it because you hate me?" I think that was a scene where she came up with a plan to fake his death in order to keep him safe. Now, when Rafayel said that, I did not realize at the time that Rafayel actually thought this whole plan that MC came up with. I didn't know he thought that this was an excuse, for MC to leave him behind. MC in that moment, Initially, I thought she just said yes because she was afraid their conversation was being listened into. And I do think that also plays a part. I also think that MC knows if she said no, then he would have stayed with her, and that would have jeopardized his safety. And of course, MC didn't want that. There's that scene after the Siren Song performance where he begged, like, he described how brutally a predator would devour a person, and checked with her. He asked her, despite all that, can I still go home with you? That was so heartbreaking. Like, I honestly felt like I wanted to cry at that moment, and it was really sad. So I feel like that just shows, and it explains well why in the end, in that Kindled scene, or at least near the ending of the story, why he's so determined to make sure that MC becomes a predator. So then, during that scene when they're about to part ways after faking his death, you know, by the river, where they were looking at each other quietly, I think MC mentioned how he looked like he wanted her to call out to him. And I think it's because Rafayel wanted to find a reason for him to stay. I also feel like, despite what Rafayel wants, he felt like he needed to act like the well-behaved pet and just go along with MC's plans. And he thought that if he did that, then eventually, or at the very least, she would want him back. And yet a year passes. I have no doubt that he probably lost it after the 1 week mark. In order to like not go against her words and her wishes, he stayed hidden until she went looking for him herself. I just feel like his drive to turn her into a predator, that's literally just a product of the fear and anxiety that he had for being separated from her for a year. He was desperately hoping that maybe if they were the same, they could stay together. Suddenly becomes the only thing that matters, to the point that in the bad ending, it sounded like it didn't matter how they would stay together, just as long as they did. The way the entire Lincoln was like falling to ruins just because Rafayel wanted MC to see how useless and unworthy humans were. He wanted to show her why it would be better to just be a predator and then stay with him. And that was really, that's like some intense stuff, man. Let's talk about the happy ending first. It was happy. I mean, I love seeing how they end up together and happy by the sea. I do think the fact that Raf and MC's giant mansion is located by the sea because they are, they hate the hustle and bustle of a big crowd, like, you know, the city life that they were once in. And it just goes to show how much they think the world of each other, you know? Like, their home is literally made to feel like the two were the only ones in their own world. I just wish they mentioned Raf getting cured, because that was MC's plan, and I completely forgot about it, like, once the Kindled scene started. But she did say, let's play a game. And she did that because she needed a reason to locate his activator to calm him down, at least until she could get a cure for him. So she had to do the whole scanning thing. It's just that the whole Kindle scene just sort of like fried my brain, understandably, that I sort of lost the plot halfway. You can't blame me for that. It's a good ending, but I do feel like it might have lacked on a few more details. It felt a little bit rushed, to be honest. But I also think that's because the card was really long already and the devs might have had to cut it. So that is very possible. This was the longest card. This took me two hours and almost 30 minutes, 2.5 hours to record this whole thing. But it could also be because I was yapping. But anyway, the bad ending, right? The bad ending. So, the bad ending. Did Rafayel eat her? I mean, the way he said he would be the only one keeping the promise, as if she wouldn't be able to make a choice. there's that. My other theory could be that he locked the two of them together forever until they both perished. But in order for that to happen, he would have to make her unable to escape. You know, he probably had to unalive her or something. I don't know. But I mean, if either is true, that's hella dark. Like, wow. That was dark. I mean, to be fair, their sister game, MLQC, was also pretty dark. And we've seen anecdotes in this game as well to be pretty dark. It's just that it's interesting how we're finally seeing some of that darkness into the main content of the game, you know? And I'd like to see more. I would like to see more. I do feel like the bad ending was sort of made to be kind of open-ended. And I feel like it's really up to the readers to interpret it the way they want it to. It's also possible because of their censorship issues, they had to, like, you know, play around with the wordings. Nightly Rendezvous comes to mind, but then so did their other games. And I guess they were just hoping for the readers to catch on. Oh, which kind of remind me, so there was an idiom that Rafayel used. I believe it was Fu Meng Yin Yang. It literally, in English, they translated as star-crossed lovers. But more directly, it's like a couple going through suffering. That's like the direct translation. Literally, a couple, when together by themselves, they would be extremely happy, joyful, lucky, flourishing, but the world around them has pushed them to the point of suffering, that when they're together, all they can experience is suffering. And this card really, really portrayed that well. That's why I was very surprised that Rafayel used that idiom. Overall, just love this card. Even more so, I love the entire card series. I am really looking forward to what the devs have cooking up for us. I feel like this is just an opening to how crazy these AU cards are going to be. If they can go this deep, this dark, and provide multiple endings, maybe we might get a card that might be similar to the Abyssal Chaos, where we'd have more than one ending. I doubt that, but you know, one could dream, one could hope. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, do like and subscribe if you like it. And I hope to see you guys in the next one, which should be uploaded before the end of this week. I swear. Until then, bye bye!